from selling $150 plushies. Community manager being a pedophile and an overall terrible person. To partners leaving the game.
In this video, I'll be talking about the reason why I'm officially quitting Toilet Tower Defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to the end of Toilet Tower Defense. Hi, I'm Brantley Blocks. I make multiple types of videos on Roblox, playing with people, playing games, discussing drama, etc. I am a Roblox YouTuber. Nice to meet you. Welcome to my channel, and I hope you enjoy the video. Today we'll be uncovering the downfall / the end of Toilet Tower Defense. As we know, Toilet Tower Defense has been through countless types of, controversies and everything, which I will be going over today, and how the game needs to be watched over, and the owner needs to start making some apologies, pull out the ukulele. Let's go right ahead and talk about the first big drama within the community. It goes back within the classic update of Roblox. This is when the classic update happened, and it was revealed that Inhi, the community manager of Roblox at the time, was a, pedophile. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it in any sort of way now, just because of how serious the situation is in this game and how unmoderated and uncontrolled this is. So basically, let's recap. He basically got exposed on Discord for grooming a minor. Let's just say that, okay? Maybe they were like dating a little bit, and they were doing stuff in Roblox condo games. So those games are obviously very disgusting, scary, traumatizing. I wouldn't see them unless you're further in the mature audience. But yeah, that's kind of what summarizes the event in quick words. He got canceled. Ruben Sim called him out. A lot of YouTubers called him out. He got removed from community manager and from the Discord of Toilet Tower Defense. He said he talked to Ruben Sim about it, make a response, never came back, missing. Last video uploaded 8 months ago. He's such a coward, a terrible person, and doesn't respond. But now I have to tell you about some new news. You guys know Koofy, right? Another Roblox pedophile, right? Well, Kalogish, that's him as well. That's the pedophile. He actually was uprisen by multiple YouTubers. And one of them, can you guess? It was Inhi. Inhi literally knew. Here, let me just show you some proof from Ducky's video, / Parlo's video. So let me just show you the proof, and we can go ahead and start watching it.
Ever seen. Meet Inhi, a Roblox developer who was exposed in May of 2024 for being a predator. I have actually covered him on the channel before. However, what if I told you that he was much worse than you could ever think, and that the entire time Kalagish was pretending to be Koofy, Inhi knew this and was helping him blow up for the second time.
This screenshot which I'm showing right now was leaked and shows Inhi back in July of this year stating how he knew Kalagish was operating the Koofy channel as early as December 2021, and that he and Kalagish are in fact in contact and have been for a while. This means that any inference that It's Matty makes that he didn't know that Kalagish was Koofy is a complete lie.
As you can see, we can see Inhi talking to another partner of Toilet Tower Defense known as Man of Taj, informing him of he knew Kalagish creating this new Koofy channel, but as the asshole Inhi is, he never speaks it out and actually helps Koofy grow, get it started, and it just proves how much of a terrible person Inhi truly is. Forget, I will also be mentioning Man of Taj later in the video, as he will be one of the partners that quote unquote we're gonna quit Toilet Tower Defense, and we're gonna come back to the topic of him knowing about this, and I'll tell you more about it in a minute. So let's head on to our newest and most important drama in the new Toilet Tower Defense era. if you don't know, back then Toilet Tower Defense had basic units. It went from common to legendary, or basic to legendary, however you see it. Basic, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. That was it from the start. And the first big update was, the mythics, because it was a really cool thing. And then eventually we got godlies, and then ultimates. So this is how it basically went. It starts off, Total Tower Defense opens up early, I think 2023, right? It's around the time Skibidi Toilet was made. I think it was episode, I'd say it's around episode 50, if I'm not mistaken. And it opens up by a username, the guy named with the username Talanthric. Now, Talanthric then was desperate. He didn't have a lot of money as he does now, and just opened the Total Tower Defense game. And this is basically what went on. He had other games like Bed Break, which horribly failed, to say the least. It did a terrible job at staying. It was a failure of a game. It still doesn't have any active players. You can go check it out. But then he decided to put full focus into the new Total Tower Defense game, because it is a very successful game, and kids love Skibidi Toilet, right? So I myself see all the attention. I'm like, I gotta start playing this, and I play it. It's a tower defense game. I kind of like tower defense vibes, and it's gonna give me some views on YouTube, right? So of course I'm gonna try it myself, just like other people. The start of Total Tower Defense, it was 3 creators: Talanthric, Inhi, and Evan. Inhi wasn't a creator. Inhi was like the community manager. But he was on the top 3. He was the original Pool Hail, if you understand. Like he's in the Pool Hail spot, the old Pool Hail spot. Well, no, I'm sorry to confuse you. Pool Hail, I believe, is the community manager now, and back then, Inhi was, which Pool Hail, I believe, replaced him, and for good. But back then, Inhi, Evan, and Talanthric. Evan did all the scripting, building. Talanthric did the ideas, and Inhi was the community manager. And before all the drama came out, Talanthric had a very simple, basic map everyone was fine with. It was small. It had a little fountain in the middle. The spawn had 2 big speakers and a scientist, I believe. No, even at the beginning, actually, it was just a blue square, actually. I remember it. It was a blue square. And it was simple. It was basic gameplay. They brought it back in the Clock V2 update. Or not the Clock V2, the Clock update. It was really nice. More on the update later. And that was the old gameplay everyone's missing. Then they created a new map, where it's still an amazing map. No complaints. I thought it was the best map out of the 3 right now. It was small, basic. It was cool. There wasn't anything crazy about it. It wasn't advanced or super crazy models. It was simple gameplay with simple balanced units. It was fun. Everyone got to play good. And they had mythics. And mythics, wasn't a big deal. They weren't terribly hard to get. And at the time, they also had a new currency called gems, where it actually started to work. But they couldn't really get anything with the gems, because the gems was really hard to get. You only got them from quests from now. I don't remember if they had it back then, but gems didn't really have a purpose besides getting crates, which most people just bought it with Robux. But you'd say, hey, it was pay to win back then, but you have no idea how it is now. Okay, resuming the story. Let's go. Eventually, Talanthric adds his first big move, a godly. This is the Titan TV Cinema Man, whatever you want to call it, godly. When he comes in there, everyone's like, oh my god, they're freaking out. 71,000 DPS, people going crazy, holy, oh my goodness. And people are just freaking out. It's a good unit, everyone wants it. It's still balanced. The trading also came out in the first map, by the way. I forgot to mention trading. That was a pretty big update. But the Godly came out, people were offering left and right. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? And then the next Christmas update came out, and a Godly came out. Unfortunately, this was a mistake. Well, not really. It was just a mistake for the unbalanced chances of getting it and the amount of DPS it does. It was the Titan present, man. It's one of the weakest, if not the weakest Godly in the game. That being because it's its own DPS. Like, we're not talking about Sergeant or King Drillman. King Drillman's still better though. Sergeant, we're not talking about him because he's a booster unit technically, so he would be technically better. But the Titan Present Man came out. He had a good 70-something DPS, 70-something K DPS, and people were not disappointed in him initially. Thought he was great. They got him. A lot of people got him back then. I mean, people beg for Santa TV now, but back then, I got loads and loads and loads of Santa TV. Trading was so good. I got tons of Titan Present, man. I traded them. It was an easy vibe back then, but can't be the same now. And after that, he had to nerf the Titan Present, man. Community's disappointed, but understands. It's okay. And let's talk about the shop. The exclusive units weren't a big deal. Like the Titan cameraman that was in the shop and the TV woman, honestly, were not that good. No one really uses them anymore. They never were that good. People usually use like the legendaries, the mythics, and everything else from the spawn. And then here comes the third era, which is the third map. And if you're wondering, oh, don't forget the Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving and Halloween update. It was a big deal. Well, it's not gonna add up to the greed problem right now. So just let's stick on topic, guys. Okay, now we're on our third map. Okay, the third map, brand new. It's alright. I mean, it's a lot bigger than the past two maps. There's a lot more to do, but it just doesn't feel good. I mean, there's tons of spots for maps to go, but it just feels empty at the beginning. There's missing areas. It's unfinished. It's pretty bad. It's not looking great for us. There's a lot of effects and a lot of, I don't know really to describe it. A lot of colors. It's kid eye-catching for little kids and little babies, which I can totally understand. And that map was fine. And the big hit of the game was Endless mode. Endless was a big deal. You had to get high on the leaderboard to get a new type of unit, the ultimate. This was the biggest, best type of unit in the game, and it seems like it will be so until Telanthric decides to add some Cosmic, Universally Galaxy, Infinity Stone launch unit. Whatever the heck that is, if it does exist. This ultimate was the big bang of the Toilet Tower Defense community. It was all multiple emotions about it. It was like, no, and yeah. Because it was hard to get the unit, and it was the best in the game at the time. But now, if you look at it, it's just not that good. Don't forget, it was also free. Because you literally went to Endless, and it was a free. If you won an Endless, if you got the leaderboard, it was a free for Endless. It wasn't pay to win unless you bought units to get there, which at the time no one did. It was just really simple. But now here's arguably the first pay to win unit. It is the Green Laser Cameraman. Now hear me out, guys. It may not have had the highest of DPS, but man, it was a good starter for Endless at the time. I mean, it was able to slow units, which there was very little of back then. I don't think there was any, but it was able to slow units. It was able to just, it was very little. It was a small hitbox, and it was definitely easy to place. There was no hitbox up there at the time, so you could place it wherever you wanted. It was a really fun thing to do. It was like feeling like you were rich when you had it. You just needed that to start. There was nothing better to have at the start, which is now false. The Toilet Tower Defense started to get boring. Updates were meh. It was mostly holidays and events like the classic. This is around the time he got exposed. This is right after the Hunt update, where Toilet Tower Defense was just alright. It wasn't crazy good. You didn't really get anything good from it. You got like stuff that was just meh. But after the Inhi drama, nothing really happened. People are bored and they're mad because the game is now pay to win. Because look at all the units in the shop. Like, if you look right now, they do over 100k DPS. Every single freaking one of them that aren't farms or boosters. It's guaranteed they do over 100k DPS. We're talking the Juggernaut, Alien, Titan Chimney Man, Corrupted Titan Clock Man, Titan Force Field Woman. Who else? Let me just think who's in the shop. Well, the VIP Octopus is technically a farm. I think his spawners do that a lot of damage though. Who else now? There's one more. I had him just in my head. Well, the Titan Octopus Man. It was the first Squid Game unit they added to the game. It was the big toilet head Squid Game thingy. It was weird, but it's got over 100k DPS. It's ridiculous how pay to win these things are. It's just killing the game. The new map added cool features like post office, PvP mode, and endless at the beginning, but nothing really special happened on the map. It was the end era, and it still is now. Well, let's get in today. From the pay to win units in the exclusive shop to next level $150 freaking plushies. Now, look at this, alright? The plushie, the first one that came out was the Golden Titan Speakerman. Complete doo-doo, especially now. It was a farm unit, and I'm pretty sure like each gave you like 8,000, or was it 8,000 total? I don't know, but it was like really, really bad. It's a very bad farm unit overall, because it doesn't do a lot of DPS. You need a good spawner. Not a good spawner. You need a good starter unit and all that stuff. But it's just crazy. It was one of the worst mistakes he can make. We're talking Preston level greedy he's making now. $150 damn for the plushie. Now, I bought the second one because, heck, it might be expensive in the future, and everyone's gonna want that more than some yellow Titan Speakerman plushie. It's not gonna end well either way. I got scammed for sure. You can check out my video where I got scammed. Yeah, I got scammed for $150. Do you know how? I got a Quantum Cameraman with, only a signed Quantum Cameraman with my Frozen Titan Speakerman. Big deal. I got scammed a little bit, but who cares? I didn't know. I was happy with what I got. And what do you know? I get scammed for my signed Quantum Cameraman by this guy who still hasn't been caught. There is no sort of report system in the trading, so I can't report anything right now. I've only made 53 views on that video. Nothing's gonna help there. Come on. There needs to be better security. I can't believe I fell for that. I was up really late, I'm not gonna lie. Big mistake on me. I recorded that video personally. I don't know if it's cringe to y'all, but I seriously was so sad at that moment. I was like, God damn, what did I just do? I was just so disappointed. But we're getting off track. But that was the Frost Titan Speakerman, basically, I just got scammed for. It was a good unit, but it's not worth the $150 damn. It should be maximum 30, to be honest. $30 is a way better deal. And probably people would be, 5 times less mad, because it's 5 times less the price. And the shipping, I feel bad for those who are shipping. The YouTubers some of them had to pay like $200 and $300 or something like that because it's shipping. I didn't have to do that, but I basically just, I got it for $150, but that's ridiculous. They make money and all, but no one should have to pay that much amount of money for a plushie. A freaking plushie. Let's just burn it already, like we did with the pet sim or whatever. It's just the next version of Preston from Big Games. It's just that. It's just the reality of Toilet Tower Defense. All through his videos, he had a huge break from YouTube. Like after I thought he left after the Frost Titan Speakerman video, but he literally left YouTube. I mean, it is crazy. He abandoned his audience. And if you go to the live stream where he officially opened the Sword RNG, people were spamming in the chat, fix TTD, hashtag fix TTD. Even I was. But guess what? He ignored it. It's ridiculous. I mean, we were spamming. I mean, he didn't respond to his community or anything, bro. Pull out the damn ukulele, man. I don't care what you could possibly do to make this better. You allowed a pedophile on your team. You decided to become greedy and take the money from the fans that made your game popular in the first place. You're overall a scammer, possibly worse than the guy that scammed me. It's just crazy. I find it so upsetting of what you've done, and I'm severely disappointed in the game's progress. The Toilet Tower Defense devs need to lock the hell in and get going. See the pay-to-win items in the shop in the Sword RNG. I just really don't. It's just not. Don't buy it. Sword RNG is gonna get dead soon. There's too many RNG games out there, and this is unlikely to be a different, more popular. See what happened to Souls RNG. That was supposed to be so good in the aura and stuff. I mean, my friend played hours. Like, he left it on all night. It was so weird. He left his account on all night just to be playing Souls RNG, which you get nothing out of. Like, what do you get from that? I mean, I understand if you do YouTube and you can show it off and flex the rarity, but otherwise, what are you doing? I don't understand what you could possibly be doing there. And it's gonna be the same for Sword RNG. Who the hell cares about Sword RNG? No one wants that. RNG is a way different topic from Toilet Tower Defense. Let alone Toilet Tower Defense has their own RNG. I mean, this is basically just free gambling from Telanthric. So, I mean, from now I don't really have anything else to say about Telanthric being greedy. But we're now going to talk about our next topic, which is Toilet Tower Defense partners leaving. And this is going to be a really interesting one. Okay, here's the thing that even partners are disagreeing with Telanthric on. And this is what's happening.
Tower Defense is done. I know I made that sound very dramatic. But what I mean by that is the game literally is beyond revival. It cannot be revived whatsoever.
In this video, I'll be talking about the reason why I'm officially quitting Toilet Tower Defense.
So as you can see, the last videos of these partners are either meh or negative about Toilet Tower Defense. Don't make a lot of videos on Toilet Tower Defense. Don't make any videos at all on Toilet Tower Defense. Or just quit YouTube in general, kind of like Dinoblocks. He plays Rivals, by the way, so he's fine, guys. If you wondered where he went. I tried to make a documentary or something like that about it. Tried to interview him, but never responded to me, and, well, don't think it will happen. But yeah, there it is. Worst part is that Telanthric and all his crew just ignore the partner's complaints. I mean, I guess Pool Hill's not as bad. He doesn't have that much responsibility, I guess, in the game. But Evan and Telanthric, step up your damn game, man. Otherwise, Toilet Tower Defense is gonna die, and Sword RNG is gonna die, because all your games are gonna die, because then all your games are gonna suck, and then you're not gonna make any money, and then you can start begging for money, even if you pull out the freaking ukulele, which you should have done a while ago, maybe years ago. I don't know. I don't think years ago, because you're being sucking, but a year or maybe a few months ago, probably would have been smart. You know, it would have been better, but whatever you think, man. I mean, honestly, I'm chill right now. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. And hopefully I can get my unit back after being scammed. And maybe Total Tower Defense will change for the better eventually. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.